Hello, and welcome to your Fridays I Made Your Mixtape. I'm here with Jemma. How you doing, Jemma?
I'm well, thank you.
You got your headphones on? There you go, you can hear now.
I could hear you before.
Oh, okay, yeah, talking anyway. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's a nice day. You
It
brought
is
a nice day with you.
Yeah,
So we're going to do some songs, aren't we? Well, we're going to talk about some songs.
give it a go.
We'll give it a go. You're on the other side of the desk because usually you're when you're up here, you're our local show host.
Yeah, trying to be.
Yeah.
Yep. Faking it till I make it.
No, it's fun. It's fun. Your shows are fantastic to listen to because we work out together how to use the equipment when we're listening as well.
Yeah.
Could be this one. Could be this.
Can you guys
There
hear
we
me?
go. Yeah. So not only that, you're a bit of a musician in Palmy as well.
Yeah, a little bit.
Tell us a bit about your history with music.
Well, it goes way back.
Yeah.
But in terms of Palmy performance music, probably goes back to my fourth form, which is like 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Played in a girl band to start with. We got asked to play a gig at the Tummy at one stage.
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably be our third time we played, and no one else could turn up. And Craig said, "Well, you don't book a gig and not play it. You're just going to have to go in by yourself."
What? None of the other bands?
No, none of my other band members.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, okay. Like, you're smart. I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I'll turn up just by myself then and play." And then so started playing by myself, as well as after I realised how easy that was.
Wow, really? That's how you got into that?
Yeah.
Huh.
Peer pressure.
Yeah.
And then been playing since then.
When you did that,
Various bands.
did you play Twice Daily songs, like on your acoustic, or did you
Yeah.
have your own stuff anyway?
I kind of had my own stuff. Yeah, a lot of the Twice Daily stuff was just my stuff. that
Yeah.
I jammed out anyway, as well
True.
as the other girls.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm.
So pretty much just played those tunes, as well as I think
Yeah.
I tried to cover like some crappy hardcore band. It didn't work out.
Show you're edgy.
yeah.
Guys, I'm edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that...
After that, I played in a couple of other bands, including Cord Willis
Yeah.
and Domestic Violence
Yeah.
and some other ones. I can't actually remember all that well, eh?
Yeah.
And then did a couple of other things. Probably the most enjoyable side project thingy I've done before is with Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah, at Research into Speed stuff.
Yeah.
And then just got stuck into doing my own thing, really. Solo stuff, as well as with my sister, Robin.
Yeah. I was going to say you're getting there slowly. There's Robin as well.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at.
And that's where you're at now. And we're going to talk about some songs that have some stories or some that mean something to you. What do you want to start with?
Let's start with Sleater-Kinney, because we were just yarning about girl
All
band
right.
stuff.
Tell us about One Beat by Sleater-Kinney.
Well, it is the naming track of the album. Is that what you say about it?
Title track?
Title track.
Yep.
Yep.
I like naming track works as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the first time I heard it was in my fourth form English class. Helen Lendorf, my teacher at the time, who was
Yeah.
the man, she printed off the lyrics for the class, put them all in front of us, and was like, "You will listen to this song because this sums up what
Wow.
we're going to be studying this term."
What was she, what subject was she?
I don't. Oh, English.
English.
I don't know what we were learning after that.
Studying Sleater-Kinney in English.
Yeah, I think we were studying like great American speeches.
Right.
You know.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
protest kind of stuff.
Sounds like a cool teacher then if she'd
Yeah.
go there with that.
Yeah, she was definitely the coolest teacher. So from then, we were into Sleater-Kinney,
Yep.
and me and Ash and Laura of Twice Daily insisted on trying to replicate them
Yeah.
from then on for the next 3 years or whatever.
So quite inspiring then.
Yeah.
If you hadn't have gone to that, then you wouldn't be doing Twice Daily, and then if they hadn't showed up, you wouldn't be doing your own music.
Yep.
Well, you might be, but maybe
Yeah.
not so quickly.
Yeah.
Cool.
Probably would have thought about it a bit more, which is never a good thing.
No, you don't be doing things like that. All right, let's crack into the first track.
Neat.
Sleater-Kinney with One Beat. Yeah.
Yep. You push a button. I'm no good at that.
Sleater-Kinney there. One beat.
Great tune.
Great tune. Good lyrics, probably.
I think so.
We assume so,
Yeah.
if it was in an English class.
Yeah.
Or if that was even the song.
Yeah, well, we were
Not
just saying that when we were... Sorry, Helen, if I misunderstood, and that's not the tune.
Yeah, sorry, Helen.
The whole album is great, though.
Yeah, true. And it was definitely off that album.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Is it a protest song?
I think so. Or it's got some kind of meaning
Yeah.
outside of one's own feelings.
Well, look up the lyrics at home and you're the new Helen.
Yeah.
Handing out this
Yes.
this piece of protest
Yes.
for everyone to check out. What are we gonna go to next? Do you remember all the ones that are on there?
Of course I do.
They're so important. Of course you do.
Should we now move on to perhaps Aesop Rock?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I love this track.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a couple on here that I really, really like.
Oh,
which
neat.
Is cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
That makes
and some I haven't
makes
heard,
painful
which is
for
also
you.
good.
Yeah. Okay, so Aesop, what shall I say about him? I must say that I discovered him through one of my favourite artists, Jeremy Fish, who I don't know, just only know of him through the internet.
Yeah.
He's-
You'd like to know him, but
Oh, would I? But he has a quite established career in like skateboard graphics and sweet as art stuff in general.
Yeah.
And he's based in San Francisco, and a lot of his mural paintings that are time lapsed on the internet have Aesop tunes in the background.
Right.
That's how I found them.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
like, well, mama, rap music.
Yeah.
Let's start listening to that. This is like, in my last year of high school, I guess.
Because he did performances with Jeremy as well. Or
Yes. At some stage, I think that he plays like exhibition openings and stuff like
right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there seems to be quite a cool little art scene.
Best
yeah.
buddies, those two.
Yeah. And he's like got him in video clips in a van and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
this
imagining
is
him in there.
Daylight. Off
Yes.
Daylight.
I think it's a pretty early on tune of his, but it also has significance because every time I get back from Wellington after a late night gig, driving back home, this is a tune I play when I come back into town, and it makes me feel better about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's great. I don't have one of those tunes, but
Yeah.
maybe I should.
Katie, like, my sister's always with me, obviously, when we're driving back from gigs, and
Yeah.
she just knows now to put it on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At least she's awake.
Yes.
My companions often fall asleep on
Oh, that's not on.
not on. But this one, this one would wake anyone up.
Yeah, I hope so.
You would hope so. All right, let's get into that one. A little bit of Aesop Rock, track called Daylight. You're on control.
Yes, yo. Yes, and you don't keep on. Don't break it. Yes, yo. Yes, and you don't keep. Yes, yo.
Yes, y'all. Don't stop. That was Aesop Rock's Daylight.
Yeah,
And
good
there's
tune.
another one called Nightlight on the album.
Just after that song.
Yeah, and it's like a different beat, same sort of lyrics, but like
Yeah.
different endings to lines. Really
Yeah,
cool.
It is. It's like a bit of a yin-yang. Yes. Yeah.
So-
Also a great tune, but I felt a bit aggressive to play in the morning.
Yeah, and it's not the same. I think that one's good on its own, and Nightlight works really well if you've got the context of the other one.
Yes, it works perfectly just after.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when you're doing the drops home after you've just come in from work.
True. Yeah. So if you really like that, go have a listen to Nightlight after the show.
Yes,
not right now. And yeah, enjoy that one as well. What do we got next?
I
Do you need
think
to see
that
the list?
next, yeah, a little bit.
Okay. I don't want to give it away to the listeners, so I'll just point this towards you and you can pick one.
I think that next we should hit up some Nirvana.
Yes.
Yes.
We should.
Yes.
Always.
So,
Tell us about Dumb by Nirvana.
best song of my life. Seriously. It's one of those songs that I wish that I had written
Yeah.
over and over and over again. But no
He
matter
did
how
write
many,
over.
like, no matter how many times I played it in my bedroom when I was 12,
Yeah.
it just didn't become mine. It still Kurt's.
Yeah.
That's fine, I'll let him have it and like.
I guess so. He can
But,
have it. Yeah.
Nirvana, obviously, massive influence in my entire life. Yeah.
We were talking about this before the
Yes.
show. We're both Nirvana
Yeah.
freaks at some point in our
Hell
lives.
yeah.
I think everyone liked them for a little bit,
Yeah,
but
I like them for a lot.
I like them for a lot bit and a lot as well. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, definitely. I'm not sure what more I can say apart from they're probably my favourite band of all time.
They still are?
Probably, yeah. Like, I was thinking about that when I put together this list. I was like, crap, I should probably have a theme for all these songs. Then, I didn't. Then as soon as I picked my songs, I wish I picked different ones, but that's fine. Yeah. But Nirvana was like the only band that I definitely knew I'd have on there.
Yeah, and is this song the song?
It's one of the songs, I guess you could say, but it's probably one that has influenced me a lot, like vocally. Yeah. And just lyrically. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He could get angry in a way that wasn't killing his voice. Yeah. Well, it probably was, but you know what I mean. But
we don't mind. Yeah. It didn't need to last that long, did it?
No, that's true. Ooh, I can't say too soon. It's been a while. It's almost 20 years.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing that strings my song selections together, though, is the lyrical content.
Yeah.
Because that's probably one of the biggest parts of a song that influences me and makes me like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this one is called Dumb. It's got some lyrics.
They're not dumb.
They're not dumb. And it's by Nirvana, and it's coming right up for you. Yeah. I'm not like them, back in town. The sun is going down. I think I'm down. Dumb by Nirvana. Beautiful track.
Such a great track.
Yeah. What album is that off? Do you remember?
No.
Neither.
Sorry.
One of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I searched all my tunes on Audio and just selected the album that they were within that came out first. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm not much of a dates and times and facts listener. I just know what I know. Yeah. I think we had that yarn a couple of weeks ago, actually, where people ask you if you like something, and you're like, no, I never heard of it, and then they play it, and you're like, oh, of course.
Of course I do. You don't know it by name, but it's like, I know this tune.
Yeah, but it does make it hard to go back to find something that's stuck in your head.
Yeah. Well, it could be anywhere. I find having to search the lyrics a lot. Yeah. Searching,
Same,
putting in the line and then lyrics, and it's that song. So that's how I recognise them, as from lines in the songs.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Totally.
Lovely.
What do we got next? We've got 3 to go.
We're halfway through.
Oh, it's off in utero. We got a text.
Oh, that's nice.
Thanks for that, Tom. Yeah,
I got a good... Actually, that's why I picked it, because I got a good yarn about that album, just quickly.
Yeah.
My dad, when I first got a portable Discman, bought me 2 CDs from a warehouse bargain bin. They were West Side Connections, like the one with the big hand on it. Yeah. And Nirvana in Utero.
Right.
I was like 12, and he's like, here you go. But it was kind of like he presented me 2 ways to go in my musical life during high school. Yeah,
that's cool,
totally
though.
Picked Nirvana.
Your dad buying you Nirvana is that's cool.
Yeah, I think he'd heard of them, but he didn't really care. So he was like, nah, $5.
My dad bought me 8-foot sativa.
That's awesome.
Didn't quite go down that road too much, but what do we got next?
Not openly.
Yeah, not openly.
I think that...
that one, or that one, or that one. Don't do these 2 at the same time, so do one of those 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we'll go for Baroness next.
Yep.
Because they're probably the newest band that I've gotten into out of this list. I've liked them for perhaps 4 or 5 years, I guess. And they kind of reflect that whole group of music that I am into, which is like probably half of my music taste now, but it just doesn't seem that interesting to talk about because it's so like day to day. Yeah. But yeah.
So tell us about Grad. By Baroness.
It's an instrumental song, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm going to be gutted if they start singing at the end. But I'm pretty sure it's an instrumental tune. It's the last tune of their album, the Red album. And I just really love them. Yeah. Because they do the whole kind of bogan metal awesome thing, but in a way that I like. Because I'm real into like Mastodon and Isis and all of those types of bands. And it was hard for me to not put Isis on this list. Yeah. I'd probably say they're one of my favourite bands ever.
I was quite surprised that they went on the list. But
yeah, but then, I mean...
Have you got something that represents
it's just not that interesting to talk about, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, or I could talk all day, and you don't really want to get me started about that. So I just put Baroness on there because they represent everything. And the instrumental choice of song also reflects my love for like Red Sparrows and Pelican and all of those bands. And
so this grabs a lot and pulls them all
this
in.
pretty much summarises in a kind of a random way.
Yeah.
Yeah. My love for all that stuff and what I'm trying to do with my band with my sister, Robin. Yeah.
Cool.
In a way that's our own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I listened to this track on the plane just recently from Copenhagen to London, I think.
Yeah.
And I'd had like a couple of Budweisers and I ended up crying on the plane.
Oh, is this the track?
This is the track that topped it off, eh?
Oh, wow.
I got through the whole album and it just at the end, it just cracked me. I was like, oh, why did I write this? I suck so hard.
Yeah, it's another one of the I wish I'd written this before.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any song that you like ever, I think, as a musician, that's the vibe of it though. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just like, damn it, that's good.
That's so good. All right, we'll play it now. We'll stop teasing them.
It's a little bit long, so
Yeah.
Make
Strap
a cup
in.
of tea, have
Yeah.
a seat.
Put your seatbelt on. Here is Baroness with the song Grad. You're on Control. There you have it. What was that?
Just describing my tears.
Oh, yeah. It's about when it
I'm
happened.
not going to cry now.
No. So you're saying they're not so much like that anymore.
From my point of view, not like you obviously didn't hear their vocals then, but their vocal style
Yeah.
is probably the thing you'd notice has changed most from the Red album through the Blue to the Green and Yellow now.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. I liked
But
it.
that's all good.
Yeah. All right, two left. So
Two left.
Do you know what you want to go with? Do you remember what we've got?
Yeah, I think that will hit up Neil Young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Southern Man.
Yes,
by
Southern
Neil Young.
Man.
Yeah.
So
Tell us
Neil
about
Young.
Southern Man. Or Neil.
Neil.
Oh, Neil.
He's the man, eh?
Yeah.
So I grew up on the Beatles and ABBA and all that stuff, but Neil Young was actually cool. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to be listening to him when my dad would chuck it on,
Yeah.
not, the other stuff. Like, you appreciate the other stuff now, but at the time you're like, God, really?
Yeah.
I don't want to hold anyone's hand. Can we turn it off? But Neil, he was like, he actually had some like interesting things to say.
Yeah.
And the way that he used his voice intrigued me because he, like, I personally think his voice isn't very nice, but he uses it in such a way that makes it like beautiful.
Yeah.
Like to a point where you couldn't do something like that. And I think that his vocal influenced me heaps. When I started writing my own music as well, and
Yeah.
I just like the stuff he yarns about in his songs and the way his songs build. Yeah, I think I've always thought they'd translate well to like jamming out riffs that he's got into styles of the song you just heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's good as well for anyone starting to sing or starting to develop as a vocalist to hear that you don't have to be immaculately perfect
Totally.
and that you can get away with putting soul into it without necessarily being on every note
Absolutely.
or doing big runs or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think like when you get older and you have more means to find new music, you find that heaps. But when you're little, there's not a lot of access to.
No, you just
that
get pop
stuff.
music.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I spent a lot of time at the library digging through CDs and renting them out, but always came back to this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Neil.
Oh,
you know,
Neil.
like I wouldn't want to go back on my statement of Nirvana being my favorite band of all time, but I guess you could say Neil is like my favorite solo
Yeah.
fella.
All right, we'll
He's
get
my main man.
get away with that. Here is Neil with Southern Man.
Lovely.
Lovely. And there you go. There's Neil. There's Neil for you.
Bless him.
Perfect taste of Neil. Bless him indeed. We got one left. One to go.
Yeah.
And this is one of the ones you mentioned very early when you were talking about doing this. Like I remember you saying,
Oh yes.
I'm going to do
Absolutely,
this
yeah.
band.
Actually, we were just yarning about what I couldn't ever dream of leaving off this list, and
Yeah.
didn't even say this one. That's the problem with me doing this. I've got the worst memory for things like this.
Yeah.
Because I'll go home now and feel so bad for leaving everything that I really, really love off.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the beauty of being put under pressure and like being made to pick things and being
Well,
useless.
if you weren't put under pressure, I don't think we would have got a show. So, so we got one.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So tell us about Jesus
Yes.
and the song Silver.
So,
Silver? Yeah.
yeah, yep. I got into Jesu, however the
I don't
heck you
know.
say
Yeah,
it.
however you say it.
Rob from Mango, Project Blood, Rob, got me into them because I was busy listening to Neurosis and like all of the other bands that I mentioned when we were talking about Baroness.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah, of course you're like blah, 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 blah. And I was like, huh? And he's like Godflesh, you know? And I'm like, huh? And he's like, Kids These Days kind of thing. I was like, crap, okay.
Did he take a Kids These Days like view of it, or was he like, cool, I get to introduce you to music now?
He took the Kids These Days from a comical point of view,
Okay,
but definitely
yeah.
not serious.
Yeah.
And so then he came to work the next day with this like big CD of all of the stuff of Jesu he's ever had, and
Yeah.
I went home and I think I did like one of my last 7th form art projects, listening to it like for a whole night, and I thought it was just the scariest music I've heard in my life. Like I was already listening to metal and stuff, but for some reason this stuff just like was so like clear
Yeah.
in a emotion way that it scared me.
Yeah.
But then I went like revisited them a couple of days later and was just like blown away, and I'm still blown away. It's like one of those like dudes, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's just a dude. I don't know. Sorry to everyone.
Like
if
one
not,
guy
this is
making it.
frustrating to them. Yeah. But I can always just put it on and it like, yeah. Yeah, again, I wish I'd written it. But this tune, Silver, I think one of the main lyrics is Silver is just another gold, which like rings super true to me because it's
Yeah.
just like, you know, don't bother with comparisons. They don't make sense. Just like what you like.
Like what you like, do what you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
He's doing what he's doing,
For real.
and
For real.
it sounds a little bit like this. Jesu, Yesu, whatever it is, that's their song Silver.
Yes.
It's just another gold.
Yep.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Jemma.
Thank you for
coming in
having
and
me.
playing us some tunes.
I'll be back next week to amend my selection.
Well, you're going to have to get back in line.
Okay.
Because we have Jono up next week.
Oh, awesome.
From the Standard and from Ruski and from,
Yeah.
plenty of other things, Man and Rug now.
He'll be so organised. Awesome.
Yeah.
I look forward to listening
He
to
will be
that.
very organised.
Yeah. Nah,
As
thanks
opposed
heaps
to-
for having me, man.
No, it's
Mean
great.
concept.
Thank you very much for coming up. Thanks for listening out there. Thanks for texting in when we didn't know facts about
Yes,
stuff.
Thank you.
Thanks for that,
Much
Tom.
appreciated.
And we're going to go out with the track we were just talking about, which actually involves Aesop, but
Yes.
but in a different way. Him with Kim
Yeah.
Dawson. Yeah. And it is the song called Earthquake, and that was a Major Mixtape episode number 4.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week. Yeah.
Bye.